Welcome, everybody, to the Nightcap. We're here doing stuff. It's myself, Levi Stevenson, Tia Schwarzkopf, and our resident college student / producer, Aiden Wyatt. How's it going, everybody?
It's going wonderful. Now I can get the FCC on us when I can say things live.
The FCC, yeah. So, well, see, but it's YouTube though. We can cuss and stuff. It's fine.
Well, perfect.
So we've got a pretty special. So let's talk about the project though that we had this idea. Was, I don't know, a month or 2 months ago maybe now. We just had this idea of just doing a YouTube show, something just kind of to be our version of late night, basically like the old school late night shows, Letterman, Fallon, and now they have like Scott Van Pelt does one for ESPN, stuff like that. And we thought it'd be pretty fun to do our own, and so we wanted to get something like that together and found a crack team of people to be involved in it. And now we're
call us a cracked team of people. What does that
even
mean?
I called you a crack team because that's a compliment. Have you never heard that phrase?
Yeah, cracked is good.
Crack like a crack team, like kind of like the A team. I mean, maybe I was mistaken by calling you the A team, but that's a correct use of that phrase.
I've never heard that in my entire life. You've
never heard of a crack team or a crack shot?
I'm basically old now, man. I don't know nothing about anything going on about anything.
So yeah, anyways, Adam Jones says I love crack.
Where's our boy Marchie at?
Fantastic. So we've got our special guest of the day actually just jumped into our waiting room. As you are all well aware, we are going to be joined by Cyclone legendary running back David Montgomery. He's here to join us. David, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's going on?
How's it going?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good. We're waiting for your buddy March to hop in here about any time, but thank you for coming on.
Oh, for sure. Got
so
a little
David,
bit of time, so I figured I'd join.
Yeah. We appreciate it. So how's your off season been so far?
It's been good. I've just been training and just trying to get ready for the season coming up.
So I saw you've been working at the forgive me if I forgot the name of it, but the footwork coach. Is that in Chicago?
Yeah, the footwork king. Nah, it's in Houston.
In Houston?
Yeah. So I was in Houston for a week training there, and I'll go back there right before camp too.
Very cool. So we wanted to kind of get you on today to talk a little bit about your experience at Iowa State. Different things there, and then kind of what's been like making that transition to the NFL, and kind of what that whole experience has been like. Because obviously, NFL is quite a bit different experience from college. So, going back to your Iowa State stuff, back to your Iowa State days, you came one of your Matt Campbell's first recruits coming in. Had 2016 was kind of a tough season, but then you had that off season. Where as kind of the legend goes, you guys started kind of getting into the weight room more, early running drills and stuff like that. What was the I don't know if it was a switch that flipped in everybody's head, or how did that go? March, and you were there too, so you can kind of chime in as well. So hello to Marchie Murdoch too, my down the pipe Light co-host, hopping in late. He was playing some 2K.
Oh yeah, you already know. I lost track of time. I was on 2K. What's good, boy?
What's going on, big dog?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, for me, it wasn't necessarily a switch. I was really doing that when I was a freshman too. Like it didn't become as noticeable until like my sophomore year, because I started to bring more people with me. So I had been doing it for a while. I've been doing it my whole life, really. So like the biggest thing was trying to be sure that I try to be the best me I can be, or be better than I was the day before. So I was always trying to figure out ways I can, improve my game or improve improve who I was as a person, like my character, and of course my athletic ability. But yeah, that was really the main thing, was just trying to get better by myself, or just trying to find ways I can make myself better, really.
Yeah, just to piggyback what David was saying, like he was doing that freshman year. Like it wasn't really anything new. I guess like Coach Campbell kind of, single him out and saying like he was doing extra and things like that, especially on like, Friday nights where, even guys like me were, trying to figure out what we were doing that night or something, especially in the spring, because you don't really get those type of opportunities. So a lot of guys was going out and stuff, having a good time, but guys like David, guys like Jaquan, and a lot of the guys really his class, DeShante, they stayed and kind of lit a spark, for the whole team. And it's probably a lot more people that were there Friday night, because we usually had in the off season had like Saturday mornings where we would go up there, do like 7-on-7, get throws from the quarterback, things like that, work on our craft. But David was kind of the first guy to go on like Friday nights and things like that, and that's what kind of elevated the whole team. It elevated even the older guys, made us kind of look at ourselves like, hey, we want to get somewhere that we never been, so why aren't we getting in that extra work and things like that. So we kind of and that's just a testament to David. And even as an older guy, you can learn from guys that are younger than you, like in all aspects of life. You can always learn. And David was a big part of our team, and obviously it started way before Saturday, either mornings or nights or whatever time our games were. It started way before then. When he first got on campus, you could just tell that this guy was different. He was really good.
Yeah, David, we've already spoke about kind of the stuff you did to change the program, you being part of the teams that were to change the program. What has it meant to you to see, as your time being drafted to the Bears, now you can look back and see how the program has changed even more since you've left, and knowing that you were a part of that catalyst to kind of change the culture of Iowa State forever?
Yeah, it definitely was fun to be a part of the group of guys that I was a part of, Marchie's class, my class, and like the class that was right under me too. Like just being able to be a part of that group of guys, like just how they carried themselves and everything that we did together was wild. But to see it now, like I went up there for the pro day a couple weeks ago, and like the new facility, like it looks ridiculous, bro. Like it's like 4 or 5 floors. They got like anything you need in there. They got just to see that, and, seeing like a program like Iowa State getting taken serious, for a change is definitely like a sigh of relief for me. But yeah, I was happy to be a part of it. I was just happy that I was able to say that I went to Iowa State, honestly.
So when you went to Pro Day, one of the guys that kind of came in with you too, Kane Nwangu, ran a screaming fast time in the 40. What do you think about that? I mean, he's had some tough times in his career with his Achilles and stuff like that. What's it mean to see another fellow running back, and certainly probably a friend of yours, make those come back like that and really show out, and put himself in a position to make it to the league?
Yeah, it's definitely it feels good to see him finally get to showcase what he can really do. He got to showcase a little bit last year, but Kanae's probably like one of the most athletic human beings I've ever been around in my life. As far as being able to run, jump, like he's quick. As far as I've never seen nobody like as fast as him ever. And just to be able to see how like quick somebody like can turn over and like really go get something or go get somebody, like it's unreal, really. But to see like him have good times on pro day and be able to perform that the way he wanted to perform is dope. And I was happy that I was able to see it. But I know Kanae's gonna play in the league for a long time.
So the guy behind you, the guy that kind of followed you up, Breece Hall, had himself a pretty good year last season. He's really stepped up. What have you been able to talk to him much? Given him some sage wisdom, or what do you thought of the early part of his career so far?
Yeah, Breece is an animal. I think Breece is better than I was. Where Breece is in his career now, he's light years better than what I was. So being able to watch where he came from to where he is now, like it's only scary to believe or know what's gonna come next for him because he's really a freak, man. Like he's an animal at that the running back position. So kudos to him. And behind everything else, he has to work hard to try to improve himself, to try to reach his full untapped potential. But it's all up to him. But I know him well enough to help be able to focus in and hone in on the task at hand and be able to become the great back that he is destined to be.
Well, we got now we're still talking about some Iowa State guys here, but give us your relationship with Brock Purdy. Obviously, his time here at Iowa State, his legend of Brock Purdy just grows by the week. And he's probably going to be playing in Sundays with you at some point in time here after next season. But just give us a little bit of, your thoughts on Brock Purdy and your time spent with him, for that time you're here with him.
Yeah, he's a bright kid, man. He knows his stuff. He has this kind of confident swagger that it's pretty rare that you see in people. I mean, I was able to see it in him as a freshman, so I already knew like what he was going to be. But he's definitely he's different. He's special. I would say that in the least way possible. But he's gonna be an animal. He's an animal now. He's the kind of leader that you want on the team. The selfless human being. The guy that you say like, all right, this is what we need done. This is how it needs to be done, and he can get it done for himself and for the team as well. But I'm excited to see what's next for Brock. Really.
Demo, we kind of shared a lot of fun times together, especially that last year, at least my last year. You had, my senior year, what was that? His sophomore year, you had some crazy games. You had games against Oklahoma State. If I remember correctly, obviously the Oklahoma game was nuts.
Iowa
was crazy. What was like during the regular season? Because I know the bowl game was obviously a great experience, but during that regular season, what was like your favorite moment of that year?
With us, when we beat TCU and he was doing the whole band thing. This shit was dope, bro. I think it was real. I think for me that it was fun. Just to be able to the Oklahoma one was big, but to me the TCU was the biggest because we didn't do it one time, we did it twice.
Right.
And people weren't really looking at us to be able to do it. And it was just fun, bro. We did it at Jack Trice. Everybody stormed the field, bro. It was insane. It was insane. But that's probably one of the best moments, the better experience moments that we have. We definitely had some bad experience too, dealing with Coach Wade and everything like that. But
man, golly.
I know, besides that, that was probably in my top 3 best Iowa State moments ever.
Yeah, that's up there for me too. That's probably, I don't know, man. Beating Oklahoma was crazy. That's probably tied, man. Oklahoma and TCU, but TCU was crazy just because, like you said, we was at home and it was just, we actually had the fans behind us the whole game.
Right,
the way the game went was just crazy. Defense just kept coming through for us time and time again. It was incredible. And then when Marcel picked it, that's probably the loudest. when I think the loudest I've ever heard Jack Trice. That was the loudest I've heard Jack Trice as a player, and then as a fan when y'all beat West Virginia.
I was going to ask David that. It's which was louder, TCU or West Virginia in 2018?
West V.
I saw you going back and forth with Will Greer on Twitter the other day.
I went nuts that game too.
Yeah,
that's right after. That's right after I had my shoulder contusions and I had missed Oklahoma State the week before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already down a week and everybody already counting me out already. I'm bet. Let me show them what I can do. I think I had 189, 2-3 tugs going dumb. But it was fun.
Where does Will Greer get off saying that his stadium's louder than ours?
I don't know. You gotta ask Willie Will. He good people though. That's my dog. We talk all the time. He good. He good person, man. I love
Well, we've already been touching a little bit on leadership here, and obviously, I think your time as Chicago Bears, you kind of have a little bit of or at least what people say about Mitchell Trubisky, and now that he's no longer with you and in Buffalo, you have a little bit of like a leadership void, I think, in your locker room, and maybe you don't. But do you envision yourself as kind of one of the main leaders on the offensive side of the ball, or even the whole team? And
of course.
You're now with Trubisky on.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I came in as a rookie, and Coach Nagy and the front office, like, they were expecting me to be a leader. And, like, that was probably, like, the hardest thing for me coming into a place where, like, it's big names, like, big money, and I'm a rookie. And Coach Nagy wanted me to be a leader. So I was doing, like, a lot of stuff by example. But last year, like, I definitely had a leader role. Like, I was in our leadership group. Like, I was the youngest in our leadership group. Yeah, but I already know what's expected of me. So I hold myself to a high standard, like, not for anybody else, but for myself first and foremost, because I know what I'm capable of. And I don't know, like, what I can be in this league. So, yeah, I definitely have a leadership role, and I don't really talk much anyway. So I know, like, when I do talk, people do listen.
Right.
What was the transition like going from college? Like, what was your biggest growing pains coming from college to the NFL? Because obviously going from little old Ames, Iowa to Chicago is a huge transition. What was the kind of your growing pains, or was there anything that surprised you with how difficult it was to change, or that maybe it's easier than you thought?
No, it wasn't really like no big changes. I mean, I'm from the city. Like, I'm from Cincinnati.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not, of course, it's not as big as Chicago, but I know the city, like, how it kind of works and how people go about their business. But the biggest thing, like, for me, like, the biggest transition that, like, I wouldn't say growing pain, was kind of like my aha moment that I was in the league, like, when I met Khalil.
There he is.
Yeah, but meeting Khalil Mack, and, like, at first it was different when I met him, but then I realized, like, I had to possibly block him, like, my whole aspect of, like, my whole viewpoint and everything just kind of changed. And I'm like, damn, like, he's a dog, but it's like, damn, like, I gotta block him. Like,
how did blocking Khalil Mack the first time go for you?
It was like he laughed.
What would be who's the worst one to block, him or Akeem Hicks?
Oh, I ain't had to block Akeem. I run away from Akeem.
So, Demo, everybody kind of knows you, or at least thinks they kind of know you, as they've seen you play football and things like that. And I kind of know you more, off the field as well, being your former teammate. So what does, like, a typical off season, just like a regular day in the off season, look like for you?
So we can go. So yesterday our schedule was, what we have. Yesterday we got up in the morning. Deshaunte's right here too.
Yo, what's up,
D Jones, what up?
Deshaunte Jones surprise appearance.
Yeah. Nah, but we typically get up in the morning. So yesterday we had 3 workouts. So we got up at like 8. We ate breakfast. We had some avocado toast, some almond milk. We took off. We went to go do our lift from like 9:15 to 11:15. We came back here. We kicked it for a little bit, played a video game for a little bit. At 3:30, we went to, like, our speed technique trainer. His name is Chris Corfus. Kudos to him. But hopped on a 1080 machine. We worked on our technique, like foot contact, being able to get the correct and proper, like, knee drive, and being able to work the proper turnover so that I can run faster. And then after that, we had conditioning. So we had to go to the hill. We went to the hill, knocked the hill out. Then we came back later that night, probably like at 7, and I cooked some lettuce wraps, some shrimp and chicken lettuce wraps with some, like, avocado ceviche, like salsa. And yeah, we kicked it. We played the game for a little bit, then we went to sleep. But that's like a typical day for me.
Well, you need, like, a YouTube channel.
It's something to do.
get you a cooking show or something, man.
He's got the setup though. He could do a good Twitch stream or something like that. He's got a good background setup with light and everything. You got a Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, What's your Twitch handle? You can plug it on here.
We loaded 32. No, my Twitch handle is David Montgomery 32.
All right, Dave Montgomery 32. Everybody can check out his Twitch streams.
Man, y'all tap in. Go throw some subs in there too.
But you still playing? You playing the duty now? You're not really on that Fortnite no more.
Oh no, I'm all Call of Duty. I'll show y'all. Hold on. I'll give y'all a little peek.
You PC?
Yeah, I'm PC. How you flip this damn camera?
It's the camera with the little arrows.
They had the little arrows on the top.
Mine don't have no arrows. Mine's got the mic, the cam. I think it's gonna turn.
Yeah, the camera.
No idea. Oh. I don't know. Maybe just turn your phone around, I guess.
Hold on. Nah, I got it right now.
All right.
Because you gotta just play with it a little bit. All right.
I got the PC.
Yeah, you got to know.
PC.
Kind of PC. Oof.
There it is.
That's nice. Oh, he's got the ring light and everything. Oh, dual monitor. There we go.
It's kind of messy because we was doing some like cable control last night.
Ah, yeah.
Then I got my.
Hold on. David's got a roadcaster.
DJ booth.
Look at him. Oh.
I got
a DJ booth. What is a roadcaster?
It's like
that's the equipment that we use too, March. That's what I use to record our show.
Huh.
Yeah. So
I'm just
it's like
PS5, baby.
Yeah, like I can set like different stuff on it to where like it can say certain stuff, or
you can save sounds and all sorts of stuff on it.
It can do all that kind of crazy stuff.
Who's better at gaming, you or Tariq Cohen?
Tariq probably better. Tariq is cracked on the Call of Duty, bro. Like the highest kills I ever had. His high was like 34. My high was 27.
Is Deshante any good?
Deshante cold too. What your high was? 27. His high was 27. I was supposed to have 30, but he didn't throw me the last 3. But yeah, this is the little setup, man. I don't do nothing. I just kick it, man. Me and Deshante play the game, man. We stay out the way. I like shoes. I got a lot of shoes. So I mean, I shop for shoes.
I can tell. I seen the drip on IG.
Yeah, man. I got a little something, man. Just a little.
I seen the drip for sure. What's your favorite shoe of all time?
Of all time or right now?
Let's go right now.
Yes.
All time is kind of tough. Let's go
right now. My favorite shoe like the Dunk. I'm like in the SB Dunk world right now.
Them tough.
I probably just picked like in the last 2 weeks. I probably hit like 7 to 15 pair.
Jeez. Damn.
Yeah, I'm tough. Like.
Did you get I think they got the McDonald's. It's like a Ben and Jerry.
No, the B and J's. I know what you're talking about. I ain't got them yet. They on the way though.
I know you got a shoe plug.
Yeah, I got to have a little
begging segment at the end.
got a little shoe plug. Nothing too crazy.
March is always getting his begging segments in at the end of the podcast.
Nah, because Demo, we had on Coach Campbell last week.
Yeah,
and I ain't had my.
Oh, Coach Campbell was on here.
Yeah, we had Coach Campbell and my gear tearing apart because my gear from like 2017.
Oh yeah, tell him to suit you up.
So I'm trying to get some gear, man.
Did you get your care package? He said he sent you a care package. Did you get it?
No, he said he's got it waiting.
Oh, he's got it waiting. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know
what he got it waiting for.
Coach Campbell, he's a busy man. So
that I know, my friend.
Yeah.
Nah, but Deshante, you got like what's that? He said he ain't got nothing for y'all.
I would say he can jump on if he wants, and whatever.
Yeah, he over here politicking, trying to figure some things out. Are you doing?
That boy got the dreads. That boy got dreads, man.
I got dreads. They just twisted. This one sound.
Oh,
they ain't that crazy though.
You on your mini Kodak? Mini Kodak?
Nah, man. I ain't trying to do none of that.
All right, I got a question for both of you. Favorite game you ever played in at Iowa State?
West Virginia, my junior year for me.
Okay.
He played there longer than me, so I don't know.
Yeah, Deshante was there for quite a while.
Probably Texas at home. Not like
where you caught the long touchdown.
Yeah. We won that because that's the first time I ever beat Texas. So it was like,
oh yeah, that would be. Yeah,
and I think that was the first time our program has beat Texas since I've been there.
Yeah,
so it was just like a surreal moment for us as a program, knowing that it's it's where it's need to be and it's continue to grow. So it was something that I enjoyed. It was fun.
We have a comment question. You know, you can discern a little bit if you want. But what's a funny story about Campbell that the fans wouldn't know about?
A funny story.
Hey, yo, y'all remember when Campbell smacked the water bottle and it hit the wall and the water was stuck on the wall? What was he mad at?
I don't know. You know, he get mad at everything.
That was our that was our freshman year. That was your junior, senior year?
Yeah, it was like the first year I got there. So I don't remember what happened.
I forget what happened. I don't even know what it was about either. Like,
yeah, I don't remember, but I just remember he saw the water bottle and just smacked it. And the water bottle flew, and I guess the cap wasn't on all the way. So it flew, it hit the wall, and the water burst, and it was just water on the wall. Everybody was just
I don't know. I think the funniest thing that I seen happen, I don't even know if he was there, Mark. You might have been there. We was changing periods in practice. And you know how Coach Campbell be running like from period to period.
Yeah.
So he like to bump into people, right? So I think he bumped into Steve Wortell and they started wrestling on the field. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but if I did, I would have.
I don't know. I don't know. I forget who was Bobby, but they just started wrestling on the field.
Nah, Coach Campbell, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Coach Campbell, he ain't really slightly crazy. He really is crazy, but like
he got a break.
That's my dog. Like, yeah, like I can't explain it. Like he'll be talking and then he'll just
black out.
Like he'll just turn up. And then
like the funniest thing I seen probably was when we used to play in Texas my sophomore year, and Jaquan had did like a flip and he tried to snipe somebody.
Everybody.
We came into the side. we came in at halftime, and Jaquan already got his head down. I'm like, yeah, I already know. Like he finna go off. We losing, you feel me? And then Coach Campbell coming there, he's super hot. Like, guys want to do flips and act like they're sniping somebody. And in my head, I'm like, that shit was funny. Like, but at the time, like, I had to be a leader, and like, you feel me? Like, I had to be like, you can't do that. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, that shit was hilarious.
It was funny just because, like,
it's funny now, but at the time,
at the time, it wasn't funny. It was like funny, but you're like, bro, like, why would you do that right then there? You could have literally ran to the sideline, did that, and you wouldn't have got penalized. But he kind of like did it. He kind of did it out the way too. I thought the ref was like kind of excessive. Like he literally ran almost to the sideline, did a flip, and then
he rubbed the ref the wrong way earlier in the game or something.
And so I was like, why did he do that?
Though? I think it was funny all the things he could have did.
Yeah, I don't know. You kind of expected it though. Like after a while,
like,
it was just like,
it was
Coach. I ain't gonna lie, Coach Campbell. Like that's probably one of the worst times I ever seen him mad. Besides him on TV at that Big 12 championship, that's probably the maddest I've ever seen him.
I think he was gonna murder somebody that day.
Dude, I thought I saw a clip of him on the sideline. He was getting ready, like David, he's getting ready to smite somebody. Like, I don't even know.
I'd be like, shoot, to each his own. He got it. Like when people yell, like I love Coach Campbell. He be yelling like I love him to death, but like I ain't gonna say like I tuned it out. It's just like I don't like if I get yelled at, like even by my coaches now, it's just like.
Yeah, you so
part of the gig. Yeah,
you know you locked in, so you might as well start worrying about the next play.
Yeah, I can't sit here and like harp on somebody yelling at me. Like I'm gonna be.
Coach Campbell, don't get it twisted. Coach Campbell, cool. Like
he cool. He cool.
He's probably the best coach I've ever had as far just football wise. But yeah, he's crazy. Like, don't get it. That man will snap like that, and then you wouldn't even like know why. Like, well, you'll know why, but you're like, golly, like.
But it's like
just calm.
It's like it's to a point where like when Coach Campbell yells, you like, it's like okay, like something got to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? He just it's like
he's not yelling just to yell.
Yeah, like it's like he yelling like something got to change like right now. Like there's no possible way that this can keep going. Like something got to change right now, and that's it's like a motivational. It's not like I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's different. It's just different.
Like when Coach Campbell, I don't know. This is how I feel. Like when Coach, that's not even the scariest moment of Coach Campbell for me. Like Coach Campbell do this. Coach Campbell do this one thing. Like he won't yell. He just stare and like disgust.
He's got like the classic like I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed look.
Like when we used to have practice, when I knew when we started a period over, like he would have his whistle in his mouth, and he would be doing like this with his hat, and he would be playing with the whistle in his mouth, but he not yelling. And the practice is probably terrible. It was terrible, bro.
Sure.
He just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, it's finna be bad, cause like that's where like to me his insanity kind of come up, cause like any other coach, like they yelling like get the practice, like Coach Campbell just quiet. He
had
calm.
a smirk. He had a smirk. He had a smirk like, oh, they think this shit is a game. Like,
yeah, like,
like, but no, like y'all are laughing, but like that shit sucked. Being in like,
I'm sure.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Being in period 6, like, and our warm up used to be crazy. You know, Deshaunte, especially, for the receivers and running backs.
We had to go back to light it up.
We had to line it up, and we had to go through pat and go, and then we had to run bubble. But like, I was like, yo,
group install.
Oh,
but at the end of the day, it made us better as a team, and it all held us all accountable for, you know, where were we trying to go and what we were trying to accomplish. And if it had not been for Coach Campbell and some of like the big catalyst, because I'll be honest, like Coach Campbell is. Him and Coach Lou, like my favorite coaches of all time. Like it's him. I got 3 coaches. My high school coach, Coach R.V. Crouch, Coach Louis Ianni, and Coach Campbell. You feel me? Coach, they all was different kind of coaches to me, but they all play like major parts. Like, but Coach Lou and Coach Campbell, like they helped. Like they really formed me into who I am today for real. Because without them, I probably wouldn't be where I am today for real.
Man, Coach Lou. That's my guy.
Okay.
He's the guy that I always kept hearing about. That was he was a player favorite. Was Lou?
Yeah, Coach Lou is that deal. Coach Lou. I'm forgetting somebody. Mouse for me personally too.
Gas was pretty dope too, though.
Gas, Coach Gas. Yeah, Coach Gas recruited you, huh? Coach Gas was cool too.
Yeah, but them probably out of all the coaches, like them probably my top. Those are my favorite coaches, like ever in my life.
What's your similarities between Matt Campbell and Matt Nagy? Are there any?
The name.
besides the name.
Nah, they both. I mean, Coach Nagy's a hell of a coach too. They just different kind of coaches, you know.
Yeah, sure.
But they definitely they wouldn't be in the position that they are if they weren't good coaches. So, they both. You feel me? They both helped me, and it helped me benefit to what I'm trying to do with my career and trying to help the team as much as possible. So yeah, they're both pretty dope.
So Dave, we wanted to get into. We had some fun questions set aside for you too, but before we get into those, I've kind of got one that's in between of what we've been doing. We have he's been a follower / reader, listener, whatever of ours for a long time. His name's Chris Shipley. He sent me over a photo of a photo of you and his son from Victory Day back in 2018.
I know it.
Yeah, you seen that one?
The dopest picture I ever took at Iowa State.
Yeah, I'll share it on the screen.
Was it me and him yelling?
Yeah. Let's see here. You can see it right
this
there.
This one right here.
Yeah.
White jersey. Yeah, there you go.
That's good. That'll make him happy. He wasn't sure if you'd seen it or not, but
oh yeah, I see it all the time.
Bro, Victory Day was so fun.
So humbling.
I don't know why. I knew why, but like maybe it's because also like it was just the kids. It was just kind of like our time to just be like like we be in camp a whole month and a half, or however long it was. So it was just kind of cool to just kind of be ourselves and, you know, play with the kids and, you know, have fun out there and just be normal.
Definitely. Like it definitely, for me, it was showing me like as hard as camp was, I would do it a million times more. Like once I got to Victory Day, I knew like I couldn't complain about anything else because those kids were out there dying to do what I do every day for fun. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that's for me where like the value of football and the value of like being grateful for everything that I had physically and, emotionally and mentally, like that I have, that I'm capable enough to play this game at a high level. Is like where when you get to days like Victory Day, you really take them, like you value them, you cherish them, because like those kids want to do that, but they can't, because God granted them what they have. But those kids were very translucent, and they could care less about how good you were. Like they really just was happy to be out there and be able to say like they was able to throw a football with a Iowa State Cyclone. Like, and to me, that's like one of the probably, if not the, but one of the most humbling experiences in my life, because like we take a lot of stuff for granted. Like while we're in camp, like why is practice so long, or I'm tired, or like all of this stuff that is physically challenging, or it's like a little bit mentally hard that you can't do. Like it's kids that every day they died, they can't walk, or there's a lot of other things that are affecting what they cannot do, and I'm complaining. So it's like, to me, it's like, all right, Dave, like tighten up, like be grateful for the opportunity that you have, because everybody don't have that opportunity.
Yeah. So one other kind of really cool thing that you were a part of, the circumstances around it weren't cool, but that you were a part of was helping out in Marshalltown after the tornado there.
Yeah,
help. Yep. Yeah. So I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna pull up this. So what's the deal here?
I really like hate it. Like, like I really hate it, bro. I'm like, who is Chuck Bruce? Like, and people just make fun out of it.
Wait, so that was an accident? Like you didn't tell him your name was Chuck Bruce?
No. Like, I'm like, bro, like why one day like on my Instagram, people like blowing up my DM like, yo, like Chuck Bruce. I'm like, bro, like what the hell are you talking about, bro? Like I'm getting hot in the DM, like, bro, like wow, what's up with these weirdos? But then I see the clip and I'm like, all right, I get it.
After you were drafted by the Bears, like all the fan sites that write for stuff about the Bears were just blowing this up. They're like, Iowa State legend Chuck Bruce coming to the Bears. All this popping up.
I'm like, bro, what's up with people? But then it's a little humor. It's humor, man. I don't really trip.
Crazy how they did my dog, man.
Crazy, bro.
That's actually funnier than I was. That's actually even funnier than if you had told them that.
Yeah, I didn't tell him. To me, like that's disrespectful though. Like,
yeah.
my man's out there doing great service for the community,
and you can't even get my name right.
I want to know where is there somebody else named Chuck Bruce? Like
that's what I'm saying. That look like me.
You could have been in Chuck Bruce's yard or something.
I'd say, what if you were in Chuck Bruce's yard?
I'm like, bro, I had to be the one hate with Chuck Bruce. Like, touche.
All right, glad we've got that saga wrapped up.
Now we know. Now we know the true story.
That was so much funnier than I was anticipating it would be.
Yeah, you got it now, y'all. You can have
it. We've been plugging that for a while.
Yeah, that's just it's a super long running joke that finally has a good happy ending to it.
Man, I hope one day at the end for real. The day at the end is the day they come up with a new nickname for me. I'm probably gonna keep that one too.
I mean, there's a lot worse nicknames you could have. It's just that one's just a random. It's got a good story behind it too, so that's there's something to be said for that.
People call him, like I've never once ever went by the name Monty, but people that's what they say.
Yeah, that's been popping up over Twitter for the last year or so.
Yeah. I'm
like, bro, okay, like my mama didn't name me that, but if that's what I want to call me, that's cool.
All right. Let's see. I think we had some other fan. So I was looking to see if there's any other good. We had some other good fan questions here. Oh, one thing we didn't ask about was Alan Lazard. He's in your division. Yeah, you've been keeping up with him.
Yeah, it's like my big brother.
How's that?
Tomorrow.
How's that? When you guys are leading up week of Bears versus Packers, you're in the NFL's most storied rivalry, and you guys, you're best friends, and now you're gonna be playing against each other in the biggest rivalry in the NFL. I mean, do you guys talk during that week, or is it
that's my dog? Like at the end of the day, like that's my brother. Like we family, so the objective is I want him to go crazy, but I want them to lose.
Yeah.
And it's the same way for him and me. Like it just the amount of love that I got for him, he got for me. Because at the end of the day, he wants me to have individual success, and I want it to be likewise. Because I know how hard he worked. But like it ain't no animosity throughout the week. To me, it's just another game. Like I mean, to me, I want to beat the shit out of the Green Bay Packers. I have yet to do that. I have yet to do that, bro. And like it's really driving me insane. But it's on its way.
I'm as a lifelong Bears fan, I have complete distaste for the Green Bay Packers, and I hope you bury them into the ground this year, please.
Twice. Yeah,
twice.
Yeah. I was gonna say you said that, and I was like, "Oh boy, Matthias probably just got excited right there."
Freaking Packers, man!
Y'all boys got a question?
You got some fire away.
Go ahead, March.
Demo this.
Go ahead, March.
All right, so Demo, you know me since.
You gonna ask him about New Orleans or something?
Look.
No, don't even let him take the time for the New Orleans stuff.
No. Look, this is a New Orleans question. Has nothing to do with what happened this past year.
Oh,
it doesn't really matter to me because I mean we lost Brady, so
it's not what you say in my Twitter mentions, man.
Well, it's to you, but the feeling's mutual. Like I want David to have 300 yards rushing. I just want the Bears to lose. Or all purpose. I don't care what he, you know what I'm saying, as long as he balls. And he typically, you know what I'm saying, kind of do, But I just want to know, so both times New Orleans played the Bears, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, number 22, just be running his mouth. Do y'all is there can you give me an inside scoop on kind of what
I definitely cannot.
Said?
I definitely cannot.
Is it like that wild to where, because the dude got into it, I want to say, what was it?
Two guys pissed off.
No, it's the same dude both games. He got ejected. So I'm like, golly, what is he saying? Because as a receiver, you know what I'm saying? Me and Demo was on offense together, so we hated the defense. So I'm just trying to figure out,
They just exchanged some words. That's all. I can't say nothing else, man.
Not family friendly.
Yeah, it was a good game, man. He played
but
good.
Look, I like the Bears. Like I really do. I would cheer.
Bro, you ain't got to say that because I play for the Bears. You can
no. Hey, I'm serious. I would cheer for the Bears more than Green Bay.
Oh,
Allen knows that, but I cheer for Allen now because he's on Green Bay. But,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do like the Bears though. Like I just give
you pull up Marchie and search Bears and see what it comes.
It's literally only you.
Feels like he's lying.
It's literally only you. I don't really say nothing about Bears, like the Bears, because I actually matter a lot.
If I ever have a Twitter tag for March, I usually know what it's gonna entail, and this is just
okay. Wait, let's not act like during the week of the playoff game it was.
I don't know what you're talking about. I blacked out.
The week y'all play us, it's like everything that we love. Like he hates me now, apparently, because what happened. But it's cool. Like I get it because I would hate me too. But Demo knows my love for them, so he understands me.
Yep.
You're sometimes an easy target, March. I just gotta attack you,
Bro, you know what gets to me? Mavs, Saints, Cyclones, sometimes the Illini, and Dirk Nowitzki. That's about it.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Drew Brees too, but he's
so you saying like Dirk like top 5?
No, he's top 15.
You think top 15?
For sure. He's his number 2 power forward ever behind Tim Duncan.
I ain't gonna get into this, man.
Drew Brees is
feels like you have a differing opinion.
Drew Brees is number 2 all time behind Brady.
Okay. Hold on.
I ain't finna comment on none of this.
March.
What do you mean?
Number 2 all time after Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Come on. He's good, but
He's great. What do you mean?
All right, here we go. Now this is
Okay,
look at that. There you go.
Here we
What's
go.
the best place to eat in Chicago, David?
There you go.
There you go.
That was diffusing the situation.
Get out of that right now.
Good. I like that. I like that. Probably Mastro's. It's a little steakhouse downtown. I know the manager. We real cool. You know, he always take care of me. So we're going to have a nice little meal, man. You know what I'm saying? Just kick it, watch the game or something. But that's probably my favorite place. But if you really want some like fried chicken or something, you can go to Ooh-Wee's Kitchen. You can go to Soleil Chicago. You can go to Harold's. But yeah, them really the main places.
Do you have an opinion on Chicago pizza as opposed to other kinds of pizza?
It's trash.
Thank you. Oh, I knew I love this dude. Thank
It's
you.
trash, bro.
Thank you. Oh my God.
I've like got a better chance of going to get a little DiGiorno frozen pizza and season it.
Thank
Put some
you, bro.
chicken on it or something.
I've always thought Chicago pizza was more of a casserole than a pizza.
Like it's too much cheese. No, not enough sauce.
Okay, so now I asked this question to Matt last week. Now he kind of gave me the kind of avoided the question since he's from Northern Ohio, but I lived in Middletown for a little while, Middletown, Ohio, whatever. So I was in around the Cincinnati area. I actually lived in Cincinnati. Are you a fan of Skyline Chili?
Of course.
Okay, good. Because I love Skyline, but I don't know, for some reason there's a bunch like people that don't live there and haven't had it, don't seem to like it for some reason.
What, Campbell didn't want to answer
They
it?
ain't tasted.
Campbell wouldn't answer. He said he didn't have an opinion because he was from Northern Ohio.
Well, Coach Campbell don't eat like he even eats different too. Like all grass fed meat. He don't drink milk. He's big into like oil, olive oil, like different kind of oils. Yeah, like he don't eat none of that stuff.
He said he wasn't sure if he want, like, it just depends on the day if you want to claim Cincinnati as part of Ohio.
Who?
Campbell.
Yeah, he said that.
Cincinnati not a part of Ohio though.
It's Cincinnati.
It's Cincinnati is its own state.
I can respect that. Just owning it.
Love it. Love it.
Can't nobody really get down. Can't nobody really get down like with like Cincinnati. Cleveland is but all right.
Yeah.
Cincinnati really like that.
Respect.
So, yeah, I respect that. Cincinnati's cool though. I like living there. So this is a question from, I think it's from Twitter maybe, or maybe the Discord. But what was your favorite team to play in college, and what was your least favorite team?
My least favorite team to play was Texas. My favorite team to play was Iowa.
You could see that in the 2017 game.
Yeah, I just like really disliked Iowa, or not even Iowa, like TOE.
So when Iowa State beats Iowa this year, you talk mad shit to James Daniels, and
Yeah.
and then the following
James
day he's got a block
Daniels.
for you, knowing that Iowa State beat Iowa.
Me and James had a bet. I lost some money to him. I ain't tripping. But James, Amani Hooker, like
Oh yeah.
all them boys, I let them boys know, like they had the upper hand, really. But I'm just letting them boys know, like it's really finna be different. We really would have beat the dog snot out of them this year if we played them.
Yeah. Fully agree with that. I got to be honest. I kind of thought you were going to say Baylor for your least favorite team.
Nah, man, I ain't worried about them boys.
Them boys is soft, man. Nobody's worrying about them. The basketball team, they cool, whatever. Them football boys, they soft, man.
I don't even think I ever
Just be
lost.
honest. Nah.
I lost to Baylor one time.
Yeah.
My freshman year when I scored.
Oh yeah, that was when we were still kind of building
That
up.
one was
We
Duke.
should have beat them last year. We should have been beating Baylor like we doing Texas Tech and all them other teams. You know
The
what I'm
Baylor
saying?
like Kansas.
Oof.
I mean,
I am here for this right now.
Oh my god. Yes, please.
basketball team cool. Shout out to them. But
Yeah, they basketball team 5, but they football team.
yeah,
We're cool.
we
Love it. Love it.
Absolutely love it. Matthias, do you have any other ones? Any other fun questions for David?
Well, who would win in a fight between Khalil Mack and Hakeem Hicks?
No comment.
Oh, well, see, I like the safe play there because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to make either of them mad. Yeah.
Like
I agree.
this could go somewhere and it be quoted, and Khalil get to calling me, or Akeem get to calling me, and I ain't got time to be arguing.
Respect. March, you got anything else for him?
I'm trying to think. Nah, I ain't gonna get to.
Our producer Aiden is also a big
Remember-
fan of, in the background. He's a big
Hey,
Bears fan
D
too.
D Jones and Demo.
Yo.
Coy Street.
A lot of people don't know about. A lot of people don't know about Coach Street and the legends and the legend.
The legendary moments, like
It's a
the
legendary street, man. Nobody knows about it.
Nobody really knows
talking-
unless
I'm
you
talking.
know.
Was y'all on the same street as Allen?
Yeah,
I was like,
he was on the
right.
street
He was
over,
on the-
Yeah,
but
I'm
he
about to
wasn't
say.
doing it like we was doing it.
He's
Yeah.
doing it.
I don't know. Remember that?
No,
was it
it wasn't.
OU or was it
No.
TCU?
There's no contest. There's no contest.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
Because you
there,
guys think of it like this. Okay, if we did that during a game, like after a game, oh, I don't even want to say that. Bro.
We did ours in the off
In the off
season.
season.
Oh yeah. Nah,
What a
yeah.
time. What a time to be alive.
We had some fun times, man. Like,
We played
Man.
Uno all night, and we drank
oh
wine, and we
my
kicked.
gosh, bro. Just take me back. We had so much fun. What in the world?
Well, before we get way off track, I think Aiden had some.
Aiden's a big Bears fan too. You got a question for him, Aiden?
Yeah, I got one that I've dealt a lot with in my life. I've had braces for going on 7 years now.
You got.
Yeah, it's bad, man. So basically my question is, how do you deal with when people say, oh, you're not in high school and you still have braces?
Does anybody see that?
I just asked him, like, let me
Yes, I get that all
let
the
me
time.
see your mouth.
I'm missing a tooth right there.
No, not yours. Like,
No, I'm saying I got it real bad.
Somebody hit you?
Yeah,
Aiden got in a fight?
Yeah, I found a bear or something.
yeah. Ooh.
No.
No, it was like up in my nose. I had to get it removed. It was bad.
Ooh.
What?
I
Wait, you
heard that.
really,
I
wait,
heard that
whoa.
before.
You really fought a bear or like?
No, I didn't actually.
Like, bro, what is
March.
I was like, bro, what?
But you had a tooth in your nose?
It was right there. Like right
Why?
below my nose.
What happened?
I was just born that way. You think I put it there or something?
Why?
God,
I didn't know if you like
I said,
got in
No.
an accident or something.
I had surgery like 2 months ago to get it out.
damn.
But it's been there since you were born?
I mean, yeah, since it was developed anyway.
Huh.
Wild
Yeah,
times.
I hate braces though. Like, I probably had my braces on for a while too, because my mouth was toe up from the floor up. But it's like it's going through its correctives and stuff right now, and I'm saying you got self-wealth is the best wealth.
you'll be straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight. And if I don't like how my mouth look after, I'm just gonna get some fake teeth anyway.
Money long.
Nah, it ain't
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it ain't long, but it's longer than theirs.
It will be in a little bit, a couple years.
Facts. Hey, Demo too. Y'all play the Cowboys this year? Look, I'm trying to come to a game to come see you play. So
Man, come on, man.
I'll
whenever you
talk
tryna
to you.
come-
I'll talk to you on the side, man.
Yeah,
I like
just-
Chicago. Chicago's a good city to me.
Yeah, man. 2:30, baby, won't you meet me by the beach? Y'all know about that Drake, man.
And it's gonna have to be earlier in the year. You know I'm not good with that.
Gotta get that bear weather, Margie.
No.
Man, you just let me know off stream, off
Yeah, I got you.
podcast.
I got you.
All right. Anybody got any more questions for David before we let him go?
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man, for letting me come on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know my side of some stories or whatever. And whenever down the line y'all need to, tap in again, y'all just let me know, or y'all let Marsh know. We can definitely set something up.
We appreciate you coming on. This is the first ever episode of this particular YouTube show. So you helped make it a memorable first episode for us.
Oh yeah, I just gotta get Alan on here now.
Yeah, we do got to get out. At Marchie, you're gonna have to work the phones. Yeah, help us out here.
Yeah, I get Keem on there too.
Oh
my!
There you go.
There you go.
I gotta get Keem, Allen, Joel, Kyle Kent. Got my dog. You know who I need to get? I gotta get Jaquan on there. Jaquan is hilarious.
Great.
You can't do that.
Jaquan, can you just be our PR guy? How about?
What'd you say?
You be the PR guy for us.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm just I'm plugged in, man.
He's the contact man. He's
I'm blessed to know all these dudes, man. I'm blessed for real though. I'm blessed.
But all right, y'all, but I appreciate y'all. I'm finna go take these kids home.
Thanks for coming on, David.
All right, y'all.
My dog.
All right, March.
All right.
The Don.
Sir.
Good stuff. Thank you, March, for helping us get in contact with David, man. That's good stuff.
Hey, man. Y'all already know what it is.
I like that Marchie has finally admitted that his deep and dividing love for the Chicago Bears, and now we can be friends again.
But on a serious note, like, if I wasn't a Saints fan, I'd probably be a Bears fan.
All right.
On a very serious note, but if you play the Saints, man, it's.
when that was leading up, like, oh yeah, the Bears get in the playoffs. Yeah, but they're playing Saints. Like, fuck.
Yeah, you knew I was coming too.
Yeah, I was like, I would find the.
I think I even remember putting him in
the button.
I think I even remember like him in the Slack that week. He's like, "Oh, March is gonna be coming after me."
But I'm telling you, like, even though I be talking noise, there's like that fear of if we lose, I'm never hearing the last of this.
Yeah.
And you know, early in the season we played the Bears and it came down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a overtime kick. So I was like,
yeah,
this is not gonna be good because Breeze's arm.
I just remember it was like the year prior. It was like when the Saints came to Chicago and like Trubisky had that really stanky game. Yeah. And I just remember Marchie's just like tweeting ha 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 in all caps like the entire game. And I'm like, all right, so then they're gonna play the next year again twice. So I'm like,
but you know what's crazy? I know this is going to be bad. This is a terrible stat for you, but I don't think the Bears have beaten the Saints in like a long time. Probably.
Yeah, well, it's fine. We beat them to go to the Super Bowl that one time. It's all right. And Drew Brees happened to be the quarterback.
That's probably the last time y'all beat them.
That probably was.
Because like they said, Sean Payton's like only had like one loss versus the Bears, and we played him like 7.
It was probably that NFC title game in 2006 when we were children.
All right, I got it up. Last time the Chicago Bears beat the New Orleans Saints was December 11th, 2008.
Really?
And how many times have we played in between? Because we don't play every year.
Yeah, 7. It's probably been since 2008, probably at least 4 times. Yeah,
I know. Well, we played 2 times.
Well, it's been 3. It's been 3 in the last 2 years. So
7 times since that 2008 game. Ooh. But before that, the Bears had a 4-game winning streak against the Saints.
Which we were trash before
Respect.
Drew, so yeah.
There you go. All right.
Damn.
It's been a while.
It's coming, Marchie. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Just trust the process.
I don't think we play all this year.
No, I don't think so.
All right. So
Bears in New Orleans.
We've got a regular game. This is gonna be one of our first of our regular games we've got going on here. So it turns out that Aiden is very, very young, born in the year of our Lord, 2001.
Yep.
God, 2001. Aiden was born in.
I was born after 9/11. To put that,
he was born after 9, so he wasn't even alive for that. He's a young buck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play this game called Aiden. We're gonna play Aiden versus the 90s, and we're gonna have him guess things from the 90s and see if he can figure out what it is.
This is gonna go terrible.
I mean, you're not that young to where you don't know 90s stuff.
You'd be surprised, man.
You didn't know who Meatloaf was earlier.
You didn't know who Meatloaf was.
I said I knew who he was. I didn't know any songs by him.
Oh man! All right, so
let's fire it up.
Let's get Aiden versus the 90s going. Okay,
that's amazing. Can we play that again?
Outstanding. Yeah, let's do it one more time. That was great. All right.
The picture's hilarious. I don't know why.
All right. This handheld digital pet took America's youth by storm in 1997, and they're actually
my
still available
God.
today.
Wait. Dang it. I wish we could mute him.
Is that
He
it?
could not hear us.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, I know exactly what it is, but because I had friends that had them, but I
Okay.
don't know what it's called. I want to say it's like DigiPet or something.
Nope.
No. Oh.
You get one more guess. I think this is the right sound effect.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Hold on, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nope, wrong one. There it is. All right.
Let him think it out.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I know exactly what it is. I don't know what it's called.
Wait, can I guess it?
Yes,
Yeah.
March, you can guess it.
Is it a chia pet?
Nope.
I was closer than that.
I don't know.
Matthias. So, okay, so there's actually kind of two answers to this.
Is it Gigapet?
You guys all suck at this.
I don't
So
know.
the
It's
one-
DigiPet. That's what I was thinking of.
The one
yeah.
you're
Only thing I
probably
know is
thinking of
Chia.
is Neopets. But the one that came in 97 was Tamagotchi.
Yeah, who knows?
Type in Gigapet and and that'd be a digital pet.
It's not maybe it's like the Dollar Tree version.
You literally just chose something that nobody had ever heard of.
Neopets and
Aiden, don't feel
Tamagotchis
bad
people would
about that
know.
one.
Yeah,
No one knows what
Get
that
out
is.
of here.
okay.
No one
I'm
knows
sorry you
what
guys,
that is.
I'm sorry you guys don't
Could
know
have been
it.
chia pet.
Hey, real-
Chia pet is
Chia.
the opposite. A chia pet is like a little thing that grows grass out of its back. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
a
even the
digital
same
pet,
thing at
though.
all. It's nothing
So,
close to the
yeah,
same
but
thing.
No one knows.
Terrible.
What a giga pet
While we yell at Levi here any further, some people want to know what we think of our news today of what we think of Bolton transferring.
Let's finish. I got two more questions for Aiden though. I've got two more.
All right, well, then let's finish it.
Let's finish these and we'll get into Bolton.
All right.
Hit the thing again so we restart it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. I need to press the thing. All right.
Now we're officially back on track.
It's my favorite thing ever. Okay. The song "Just a Girl," released in 1995 by the band No Doubt. It spent 29 weeks in the Billboard Hot 100. Who is the lead singer of No Doubt?
I don't freaking know. I mean, is it someone like that?
She was a very popular pop star in the 2000s.
2000s?
Yes.
Okay.
She was a pop star on her own in the 2000s, and she was the lead singer of No Doubt.
I'm not even sure if I know this one.
Mm. Yeah, you're throwing me not some easy ones, so that's not cool.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just going to give you the easiest ones.
Yeah, we got to start off hot and heavy right now, you know?
It's not Madonna, is it?
Oh my God. No, it's not.
I don't know. I don't know like any.
I got it.
Is
I got it. I
Britney
cheated
Spears?
It is not Britney Spears. You're on the.
Christina Aguilera?
You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. But neither of
I was gonna
those.
say
You're
Britney
getting
Spears,
warmer.
Gwen Stefani.
Bing, bing, bing. There we go.
Oh my god.
I don't have the. I don't.
We
have
had
Wait, hold on.
even Brad got in on this.
Brad, you should have helped me out sooner.
That's our success.
Brad coming in late to help Aiden out. with,
Well done.
Gwen
Well
Stefani.
done, Brad. Well done, Gwen Stefani. Okay, last one. This damn it, I'm trying to turn the comment off, Aiden. All right, last one. This technological bug caused mass panic over fears that it would bring down the world's computer systems.
Y2K.
Correct.
Hey,
There you go.
Got it.
Well done, Aiden. Absolutely. Well done. 2 out of 3, not bad.
I didn't.
Well, actually, that's a lie. You got 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
You collectively guessed 2 out of 3. But that was our weekly segment, Aiden versus the 90s. All right.
that's gonna be amazing.
That's my favorite thing in this entire show. And we had David Montgomery on. All right. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about that one. The comment that came in about Rasheer Bolton transferring. So this one is interesting to me. I can't say like, I don't know if this move had been announced like right after Prohm was fired, I wouldn't have been shocked by it at all. But he committed to Iowa State, recommitted, whatever you want to call it. Made everybody know that he was coming back on March 11th, I think is what it was. And then, TJ Otzelberger gets hired and, we don't really hear anything for a little while. And there was, I don't know, but then we got this, his Instagram post. I'm going to pull up his.
The thing actually for me,
tweet.
I probably, if it was right after the season and he said he wasn't coming back, I probably would have been like, oh crap, but as time went on, some things kind of leaked out on message boards and things like that of what was going on behind closed doors. And now at this point in time on March 6th, when he actually announced that he's leaving, it became less of a shocker to most people. So,
right. So what's interesting in this first paragraph though, or I should say, the first paragraph says March 11th, I stated my continued commitment to Cyclone Nation. I later learned that every decision is not ours to make. It's an interesting way to word that. Does that lead? I mean, when I read that tells me that he may have been.
Somebody asked him to go.
Yeah, it may have been pushed out.
Now we're not actually saying that's the thing. That's what we're believing.
To be very clear, we don't have any sort of inside source on this. This is just pure speculation on our end. Just reading it the same way everybody else read it. Just to be totally clear here.
Now, and it's interesting that sentence there, it kind of coincides with the whole Jamie Pollard announcement of Steam Pro being fired, or being let go. That they had talked in previous conversations about how to fix Iowa State basketball, and that was kind of basically tear down the walls to the studs and rebuild it from the beginning again. So putting those two messages together, it makes a lot of sense, at least in my head. And my head's a little crazy.
I think that makes sense. Yeah. I can get behind that too. That maybe it was just the decision not his to make was Prom getting fired.
The key thing for us here as Iowa State fans is we've seen the highs of the Iowa State basketball program, and obviously now this past year we saw the bottomless pit of the lows, and now we're gonna have to exercise extreme caution as we build it back up, because it ain't gonna happen. And if they are indeed tearing this down to the studs, it's not going to be like a Fred Hoiberg coming and get a bunch of transfers, and the next year they're going to go to the NCAA tournament. Probably not going to be the case. It's probably going to be a 2 to 3 year process, unfortunately for us. So we're going to have to
and that's something I'll probably write a longer article about it sometime this off season. But the Iowa State fans really need to treat next season like year zero. Next season, like wins and losses do not matter next season. They don't. They're probably not going to be a lot better than they were this past season, just because you're rebuilding that whole roster. You're bringing in a new culture and all that. I think next season is not measured in wins and losses. It's measured at do they look competent on offense? Do they look like there's a game plan? Is there a clear direction forward with the roster and with the scheme that makes sense? To me, that's your measuring stick for next season. And it's kind of reinforced by, you have Rasheer Bolton leaving, who's your leading scorer. I will be curious how this affects the decision of Tyrese Hunter, because this was a person that would have been potentially competing for playing time / they're somewhat similar style of players. I mean, Tyrese Hunter is a better shooter. But high volume combo guards, basically, similar type players that could have been competing for minutes or shots or whatever it is. So maybe it doesn't affect them at all. I don't know.
When we look at potentially building this team up and what it could be, not necessarily I want to see anybody leave the program by any means. That people who've already been here, bled the Cardinal gold already, as Rasheer Bolton has. If TJ Otzelberger is going to build the program the way he wants to, and essentially this opens up another scholarship for that to happen. Whether I would hope that it's not so much used for a transfer guy, but more so maybe a guy if the guys from the UNLV class are indeed going to decommit or whatever it may be, that one of those guys could fit into that scholarship hole. Or this other kid that just decommitted from Texas, do they need another forward? Probably not. But if it's a high level 4-star guy, hey, another scholarships open, and you can still use those open scholarships that you had before for those guard players that you're still going to need too. So it makes it kind of exciting to think about it that way, that you have those open scholarships to use to actually maybe, the transfer market is so diverse right now that you literally could honestly build an NCAA tournament team with all the transfers that are out there.
Oh, easy. Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, how he uses those open scholarships is going to be interesting. If we start seeing a bunch of transfers come in, yeah, we know he's going for the home run shot year one. But, if we start seeing some other, freshmen coming in, then we know he's going to try to build for year two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The tricky part is right now is I don't read into too much into anything at this point in time, because TJ is rebuilding his roster from scratch, basically. All pretty much it's gonna be a lot of new guys in there. Like I said, you're going to have to treat next season kind of like a year zero. Jackson, thoughts on the Denver transfer? That's another guy coming in. He's another piece on that roster that, I don't know if he's a starter, but he's a guy that can definitely come off and get some rebounds and stuff like that. I'm thinking ideally he's someone kind of like a Daryl Bowie.
He has development potential too.
Yeah, agreed. He's got development potential. I think if he comes in and he's kind of a Daryl Bowie type of guy, I think that's a good, a reasonable expectation to have of him.
We need another Daryl Bowie and a Dustin Hogue type
Dustin
of guy.
Hogue, man, we need to find another Dustin Hogue. I don't know where you get more of those, but man,
maybe he has a brother we don't know about yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Or if Mark Vidal has a brother, I'd take one of those too.
Yeah, Mark Vidal. Yeah, Rico Gathers was before him. Man, they had a bunch of dudes. Baylor's always got that guy that's like 6'7", like 250, and just grabs everything. Just grabs every board. Yeah, I don't know. Basketball is a thing that's going to be a long road. We're going to see a lot of roster movement probably over the next few weeks. It's tough to. I wouldn't right now. I would not read too much into anything as far as reading between the lines or what's going on behind the scenes. I wouldn't read into anything too much right now. It's just he's got a nice staff assembled, so we got that going. And Kyle and Green from you and I, Kyle, Kyle Green. Yep.
A lot of people were making a big fuss about his coaching experience. He coached with Ben Jacobson forever, and Ben Jacobson is probably one of the smartest basketball guys in our state.
Yep.
Sure. Okay. He coached at the Missouri Valley Conference, was an assistant for Missouri Valley Conference. So what? He has the connections inside Iowa and Minnesota with AAU coaches.
Well, before that, he was at Marquette and he coached Dwayne Wade.
Right. So he has the connections with AAU coaches in these states that TJ Otzelberger wants to recruit the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
And half of basketball recruiting is knowing the people where to find the players.
Yes,
so if you don't know the coaches, you're not getting anywhere.
I think when I heard that TJ was really going to try to hit home, try to hit all the close metros in Minneapolis, Chicago, all that, and Milwaukee and Wisconsin, when he was saying, I think what was the quote the other day? He said he was going to like suffocate the region. That made me. I really like to hear that quote. I was glad he's got a plan where he's going to go. I mean, we heard at the beginning that Steve was going to try to quote, recruit the South and stuff like that, which I don't know. That seemed like a weird plan from the start.
Let's be honest, Otzelberger's been thinking about this for a while.
This feels like something TJ's had he's had a notebook stashed in his nightstand for a little while, and what happens if he gets the Iowa State job. And I'm all about it, man. He seems like he's got a plan. Like you said, he's got a really good staff around him. I really like the guys he's put around him. I think they're off. They're off. There's less of a foundation with Iowa State basketball right now than there was when Matt Campbell took over with the football program. Mm-hmm. When Matt Campbell took over, he had Allen, he had a few guys, holding over from the Paul Rhodes days that kind of you could build your Joel Lanning that you could build your foundation around. Then he brought in guys like Marchie and David and DeShante or whatever to help bridge the gap / take them into the next generation. But there was a foundation there to begin with, with some really nice players. TJ's coming in just about at square one. I mean, the roster is basically it's like a Southland Conference roster. It's not, right now. And he's got a long ways to go. He's got a long rebuild. And I think The important thing is you got to give him time. I do think now that I've initially I wasn't super sold on the hire, but now I'm sold on it. He's got a good staff. I think he's in a good spot. But it's going to be a long rebuild, and patient fans got to stay patient, for sure. I think that's the best advice I think we could give at this point in time is stay patient.
You see that for you there, Marchie?
Yeah, keeping up the Twitter gems.
I'm the social media guy. Shout out to the Mavericks, man. They were not getting talked about.
Give us your hottest Maverick take right now.
Oh, Dwight Powell should be playing in Slovakia or Australia. I don't care. Ship him to Poland. So he's the worst player in the NBA. We have the worst player in the NBA on our team. His name's Dwight Powell.
If Dylan
doesn't do anything good but catch a lob that Luka has to throw.
If Dylan Kuhn is watching, he's a well-known Luka Doncic hater. He's not a Luka fan at all.
I mean, he doesn't make any sense. I mean, Luka's averaging 29 points, 9 rebounds, or is it 9 assists? It's 9 rebounds or 9 assists and 8 rebounds or 8 assists. He literally, his second best player is Kristaps Porzingis. He hasn't even played half the season yet. He's getting paid $158 million. So that means Luka's probably worth $400 million because he's 3 times the better player as him. He's not even $1 billion. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis isn't even averaging 20 points.
Right.
He's getting $158 million. Like, that's blasphemy. I mean, I could go on and on, but Luka's he's not a top 5 player yet, but he's at 6. Like, he's close.
He's top 10, but he ain't 10. Yeah.
I mean, he's top 5 almost.
I think he's flirting with 6. Top 5. Yeah.
He's pushing 6, 7. I mean, Dame Lillard, I would say, is better than him as of right now. Maybe. I don't know. Because
if I was going to start a team, I would probably take Luka over Dame right now.
I mean, Luka does more to me, but it depends on what each person likes. But I mean, if you look at the Dallas Maverick roster, it doesn't wow you like, some of these other teams. And Luka has us in playoff contention. I mean, I don't expect us to win a championship, not this year, not next year. But we need to be at least winning enough games to catch the attention of Brad Beal, hopefully Zach LaVine.
Let's stop.
Yeah, Matthias is a
the Bulls when they got Nikola Vucevic. LaVine's coming back, bro.
I mean, Vucevic is a good player. But I mean, who would you want to play with?
It's only gonna work with him there in the Bulls if they have Zach LaVine. So I feel like they got some at least make a run at. They got to re-sign him. So I mean, if they can't re-sign him, oops.
I mean, that's why the Mavs have to win at a rate where they're winning with that team.
Yeah, they just need another guy.
I mean, if we had a Brad Beal, because KP, I'm not hurry up, but KP is going to be out half the season for the rest of his career. It's not going to get any better. So we need a third guy. Here.
You can have Luke Cornett back.
I ain't getting no Luke Cornett. He can stay where he is.
Luke Cornett is a super, super tall guy that can kind of shoot. That he was played for Vanderbilt the one time that Iowa State played at Vanderbilt, and he just blazed us.
Pretty sure his first game away from the Bulls, he dropped 10 plus points, and all the Bulls fans were like, "Oh yeah, now he does something."
It's kind of like us. We had James Johnson. Now he's getting 16, 9, and 7. So I guess it's just the fit of the team. But Dwight Powell should be playing
in Slovakia.
Actually,
Slovakia.
What is the worst?
Ship him to Poland.
What is the worst league overseas? I would really like to know.
Probably the North Korean basketball.
The North Korean. North Korean.
I'm telling you, he should be playing there. And who do the Mavs? I think the Mavs play the Bucks this week on ESPN.
Does North Korea
North Korea's got to have a basketball league.
Honestly, I love my African brothers and sisters. Put them in Africa. Just drop him somewhere and have him play in those type of leagues because he is absolutely horrible. The Bulls won today. Shout out to the Bulls.
Okay, so they don't really have a North Korean basketball league, but they got a North Korean national team. So I feel like that'd be worse than playing in a North Korean league because you're under direct orders from Kim Jong. Well, I guess they all are.
I wonder if it's like Kim Jong Un, like they're on the bench, like calling timeouts.
He's the coach.
Like Kim Jong Un's running like
you
baseline.
Turn the ball over, you're getting out back and behind the woodshed, and you ain't coming back to the game.
I mean, he's the worst player in the NBA. I mean, you could give me.
I think the MVP of the North Korean Pro League.
You could give me.
You bet it was Kim Jong Un.
I bet Dennis Rodman's the head
Kwame
coach.
Brown. I would take Kwame Brown over.
Kwame Brown
is a bona fide scrub.
A bona fide scrub.
What was the dude that was the number 1 pick for the Cavs?
Anthony Bennett.
I'd take him. I'm so serious. No, watch a Mavs game. Dwight Powell's role is to play defense, rebound,
and he doesn't do it.
That's it. Yeah. I saw Derrick Rose get an offensive rebound, rip it from Dwight Powell, pass it out, and make a 3. And then Luka pick and roll. Dwight Powell gets a wide open mid range, airballs it. He didn't come back in for the rest of the game. I don't know why we keep playing him, but it's probably because Kristaps Porzingis is making $158 million, and he hasn't played half our games this year. He can't even play a back-to-back, which is – I'm sorry. I understand athletes. I do. I understand. If you're hurt, sit out. But there's no way you can't play one back-to-back and you get $158 million. Like, he literally didn't even play yesterday, and somehow we beat the Jazz, which are playing well. He didn't play because he had a sprained wrist. I mean, come on, man. You had a day off. We had just beaten the Wizards. You had a day off. Like,
Thomas
he had 2 games off. He didn't even play. So I'm not getting it, and it's getting annoying as a Mavs fan because we're trying to win games and we're trying to attract people to come help Luka because we're not winning a championship with Kristaps Porzingis and Luka.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't care.
I feel like you're kind of in the same boat as like the Bulls. I mean, like obviously Luka is like far more talented than any of the Bulls player. I mean Zach LaVine's good. Don't get me wrong, but Luka's better. But like the Bulls are at that point where like either they start attracting some free agents or they're wasting Zach LaVine. So
here's the thing: the Bulls won the trade deadline. They probably were the only like the team where you like they got better. They got Vucevic.
It really started when they hired Billy Donovan though. So that's like when it just started going.
Good. He's at least good at developing a team.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna ever
get it over the hump.
Yeah. But the Mavericks, we need a 3. We need a 3 guy. We need a guy that honestly, we need a guy that can defend and get buckets. Period. Yeah. We got shooters. I mean, we got guys that can at least shoot the ball. Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, he's on and off. KP can shoot the ball, but he doesn't play. And then when he gets in the game, he's not consistent because he's not playing. So he's giving us 14 points. Like I'm sorry. You don't have to believe me. I could get 7 off the bench, just off hustle. That's it. I'm not saying I'm good or nothing. I get 7 points off the bench in the NBA just off pure hustle because the guys don't play that hard.
Can we
watch NBA games? Do they play that hard?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You can literally get 7 points off of if you have some type of athleticism. You get 7 points off putbacks or just you hit 1 3, you maybe hit 2 shots and then you get a putback. But I'm just saying he's getting 14, 11, then he'll wow us with a 30, high 20, 30-point game, and then he'll sit out the next day, and then a week later, he's giving us 14, 16. Like, no, you're getting $158 million. I need you in the 25 range with Luka every night, or every time you're on the floor at least. Now, if you're missing half the games, but he was averaging 26, 10, and you know what I'm saying, I would be like, I need you more, but you're balling. He's not even averaging 20 points a game. So what am I supposed to do? So obviously, you know what I'm saying? So he's not our 2 guy. He can't be a 2 guy. I can't trust a 2 guy has to be dependable. The number 1 guy has to depend on the number 2 guy to at least be there for most of the night. You can't even play in a back-to-back. I saw Luka Doncic twist his ankle 3 times in a game, and he was back playing the next night. He was dropping 30. So there's no excuse. I don't want to hear an excuse.
This is literally what I've been thinking the entire time Marchie's talking. Let's get Marchie and Mavs
podcast.
I'm sick of it, and I'm just sick of the KP. Like, after a while, I was giving him excuse after excuse after excuse. But now it's just like, bro, you're 7'3". You don't want to play in the post. You're shooting threes, and you're just hurt all the time. And you're getting paid $158 million. We can find somebody that can average 14 points and for cheap. So that's why I say we need another guy, because a guy like Brad Beal is going to help somebody. Yeah, don't bring up the Mavs in the future. They know.
I'm gonna stop you, March.
No, let me get my last point across.
Okay.
A guy like Brad Beal is going to play every night. He's going to defend the best player, and he's going to get buckets. And he takes more pressure off of KP's weak ass, and he's going to be able to sit. So if he does sit down in games, I'm not as worried as much, because now we have Brad Beal with Luka, and that's
you go ahead, take Brad Beal. I'll just keep my boy Zach LaVine, and we'll both.
I'll take Zach LaVine. I love Zach LaVine.
He's just getting better and better every year. Just crazy.
If I had Zach LaVine, Luka, and KP for half the games of the year, I truly believe the Mavs would be a top 3 team in the West, at least this year.
Nah, he's staying in Chicago though.
I got it. All right, we've got one final segment before we wrap up the show. I don't have a clever intro for it yet. I'm still working on it.
This is my jam.
This is gonna be okay. So this is gonna be me and Matthias telling dad jokes to each other, and the first one to break loses.
Oh my god!
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. What's our rules? Can you smile or just you can't laugh?
You just can't laugh.
Just can't laugh. Okay.
Now, if you're gonna smile, you're probably gonna laugh. So let's just.
That's fair. So and you can't put your hand over your mouth.
So when I got this ready to go here, I put my list together. So this actually has been inspired by, I don't know if anybody has seen it. It's like Will Ferrell and
Marky Mark.
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Yes. So they do this, but I think there's a lot of dad jokes out there. So
Yes, there are a lot.
We can do this all day. So, but
okay.
let me. Are you ready?
You can go first.
All right. Okay. Why is grass so dangerous?
I don't know.
Because it's full of blades. He's trying so fucking hard.
How do you get a good price on a sled?
I don't know.
You have to toboggan.
I like that one. See, I'm going to mental note these, so then when I'm out and about, I'm just, here.
You can break them out, yeah.
What's brown and sticky?
Well, that's it. That's the game.
That's it.
It's a stick. Wow.
All right, let's do a couple more.
Well, let's let it be known. We gotta get a nice little graphic for this, but like we're gonna chalk up. We're gonna like a chalkboard, put Matthias and Levi, and then
we'll keep it all-time score.
One for Matthias. It only took one round.
Should we do like a best 2 out of 3 or something like that? Because otherwise, it could theoretically end on the first joke in a game. We want to tell more than one joke.
That's the risk you're willing to take.
Well, no, but let's do like 2 out of 3 or something like that, so we can get more jokes in.
That just sounds like he's lost on the first one.
Well, no, I'll concede this one.
All right, so he lost. If you lose on the first joke, then we'll do some more after.
We'll do more.
You can't. There's no best out of 3. This is it's not.
I've got more good jokes.
Fire a couple more. Let's go.
What do clouds wear?
I don't know.
Thunderwear.
Did you say thunderwear?
Thunderwear.
I like that one. All right, give me another one.
Do y'all look these up online or
Yeah.
There's no way y'all
or
have
ones you hear
hatched in your head.
I'm a dad, Marchie. I got full of them.
What does garlic do when it gets hot?
I don't know.
It takes its cloves off.
I don't get it.
Garlic cloves.
garlic cloves.
Yeah, I don't really.
Okay. You're not a chef.
Hey, March, are you gonna be cooking out this weekend?
Cooking out.
Yeah. If you're cooking out this weekend, don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal.
What am I listening to?
It's a dad joke war or dad. I don't even know what we're gonna call it, but dad joke war. Dad joke war.
What did the fish say when he hit the wall?
I don't know.
Damn.
I like it.
Like a dam.
Yeah, yes, like a damn. Let's see. I got one more. Want to hear a joke about paper?
It's thin.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Ha. At first, I was like, "That was terrible."
It was terrible. It was.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up for this week. For the first ever episode of the Nightcap. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We've got another special. Aiden, can we officially announce our guest for next week?
I think so.
Are we booked in? Because I don't want to pub it.
We are booked.
We are booked. Okay, next week, the Nightcap next week is going to be with former Cyclone and Olympian and current U.S. national team member and Olympian Kyvan Gadsden is going to be on the show next week. So you can stop by and ask Kyvan some good questions, whatever it is. So everybody, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Nightcap.
Send the white pal to Africa. Hashtag it. I'm gonna
be honest, Arch. I'm gonna let you do that one.
No, I tag him almost every game.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna be back here again every Tuesday at 8:00 p.m. Central Time. Back here on YouTube. We were on Facebook tonight, and we may continue to do that. May not. We'll see. Definitely gonna be on YouTube for sure. So everybody, thank you once again for listening and watching this episode of the Nightcap. For Aiden, Matthias, and March, I'm Levi. Everybody have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your week. Go Cyclones.